Just going to Walmart today and taking dirt. No big deal. It's about 22 miles. Choke is off, yes. Okay, let's go. Still stumbling a little bit. Seems like it's running, what would that be if it's stumbling like that? Running rich, maybe? When it's cold? So once she warms up, it's fine. So I don't quite understand. Once it warms up, it's fine. I was hoping they wouldn't grade this road because it had some really awesome washboardy stuff that I was kind of hoping to test out my suspension on the CRF 300. Wanted to see how well that handled it. And the XT. Yeah, they graded it. She flattened her out. It's due to, we have a lot of road construction in town. So this is the detour for us folks on the wrong side of the tracks. This is our detour. Dirt. I'm sure the car wash places are loving that. You know, while I'm on the way to Walmart, I don't know, I've been thinking about...
My mama always used to tell me, boy, stop thinking. You ain't
adventure bikes. I was watching a video the other day on the 2025 CRF 300, and it was mainly described as a beginner adventure bike. And, I think that's partially true. It is beginner friendly for sure. Just like the XT is beginner friendly. The TW200 is beginner friendly. But just have had big bikes. I've done the KLR 650. I've done the Honda Africa Twin, the 1000. I've ridden BMWs, 1250s, GS 1250s. I don't know, when you're on a gravel road, like this, which I primarily do, even when I travel out west, 50 miles an hour is plenty. It just is. Sure, you could do, like on the 690, I could do 80 miles an hour if I wanted to, no problem. But, like the TW, my trip out west with that, it was max 52 miles an hour downhill with a tailwind. But heck, I was doing 270 mile days. On that trip, I actually, with the TW200, I actually did as many miles on the T-Dub. I think I missed my turn. As I did on the 690 in the same amount of time. Yeah, granted I was in the seat a little bit longer, but I missed my turn. I was jibber jabbering and I missed my turn. That's okay, this works too. For me, because I have the advantage of being out in the Midwest, close to gravel and whatnot. For me, it just doesn't, there's no advantage to having a big adventure bike. Sure, there's those highway sections where I can make up a lot of time and I can go fast, whatever. But I don't care to do that. I just don't. That means nothing to me, really. I mean, just going 50 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour on a gravel road, fine by me. You know, fine by me. Even 35, heck, you know, I could. If this is a gravel road, I'd stop by this lake and, you know, check out the birdies and stuff. Why not? You're on the highway, you know, you ain't stopping for nothing. Out in the gravel roads, two-track, you know, not necessarily gravel roads, but, you know, where I travel in South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, and you've got your no maintenance roads, you've got your minimum maintenance roads. You can do whatever the heck you want. If you need to stop on the side of the road, take a dump, no problem. You know, try doing that out here. You got to find a gas station. Yeah, that ain't happening. That just ain't happening. Let's see. Let's not lose focus of my track today. Let's actually stay on track. Oh, she just stalled on me. I wonder why I did that. Don't know. Because generally I just take highway to Walmart. Let's take some gravel to Walmart. It'll take me twice as long, but who cares? It's a beautiful day. I don't know what lake this is. I don't think I've ever seen this lake. Ever? I'm not sure what lake it is. I don't see a name for it. I wonder if there's a public landing somewhere. I don't know what lake this is. I honestly don't. What have we got here? I don't know. Free stuff, maybe? Looks like a park out there. Somebody's house looks like a park. Dang, look at that. Ain't that birdies? Yeah, I wonder what lake this is. That's nice down there. Beautiful properties. No big bikes, big adventure bikes, small adventure bikes, you know, beginner. Is there a beginner? Is there an intermediate? Is there an advanced adventure bike? I don't know. You know, honestly, you know, like the XT, for example. The motor's plenty powerful. I would make it comparable to a stock CRF 300, because when my buddy Rick, he just bought a 2025 CRF 300 and he wanted me to test ride it, and so yeah, sure, you know, glad to. And I sold I think I had sold the 690 by then. I'm trying to remember, but he wanted to ride the XT. And he was surprised how torquey this thing is and how fast it goes. Now, honestly, the 225, it is a torquey, fast little bike. And I think it'd be fully capable. The only drawback with the XT is the suspension, but that could be easily addressed, very easily. County Road 7. And I've already done some checking on it, and I can get Cogent Dynamics front suspension, redo my forks with the drop-in DDCs for like 300, and I think it was around 350. And I could get a Cogent rear shock. I think it was like 6, 7, maybe 8. Let's call it 800, because I'm not quite sure. Let's go high. And if I'm wrong, I'll text it below. I paid $1,800 for this motorcycle, so if I put in, let's call it 800 plus 350, 1150. So for 18 plus 1,000, 28. So for $3,900, I've got a pretty decent, pretty cool bike. And this sucker weighs 100 pounds less than the CRF 300. This thing weighs 237 pounds. It is light, man. It is really light. You can toss this around like a bicycle. So for $3,900, you know, sure, you could buy a, I don't know, a DRZ. No, you couldn't buy a DRZ for $39. They're more than that. Even a used one. CRF 300, nope. They're hard to find for, unless they're earlier models like a 250. You could find that. What else? I don't know. KLR 650 maybe, but then you're getting into the heavy pigs. Heavy. The point I'm trying to make, I guess, is you don't need a big frickin' adventure bike, in my opinion, to have fun. You just don't. I proved that, you know, in 2024 on my TW200. You know what? And there's what's his channel? Sterling Norden, I think is his name. I can't remember his channel. Heck, he rides a little Honda 125 around. You know, dang. So you really don't need a big adventure bike. I got into it. For me, it was kind of a macho thing. You know, I gotta have all that power. You know, but kind of come to find out, you know, I was watching a Dork in the Road video, and he was talking about there's two different types of riders. There's the explorer and there's the thrill seeker, and I'm definitely not a thrill seeker. I'm an explorer. You know, I like to stop, and going slow doesn't bother me one bit. Hey, stay out of my turn lane there, lady. Taking her easy doesn't bother me one bit. I like these little back roads. Yes, sirree. Where are we in position? I'm approaching Maple Lake. Just taking highway from my house. Walmart is, I believe it's about 16 miles. And this little track for me is 22. So not a lot of extra miles, but so yeah, you know, a small bike is just fine for adventures, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing wrong with them. You know, depending on the bike, you can't take freeway. Like, I wouldn't take the XT on the freeway. Even the CRF 300, I probably wouldn't be comfortable with that on the freeway. It would do it, but it would be fun. And you know, if you're out in my area, heck, I don't need a freeway. Heck, the closest freeway to me is 30 minutes away. So even getting to one is difficult. But CRF 300, a beginner bike. I mean, it is, but you know, even the TW200, the beginner bike. Well, you know what? No, it does the same thing my 690 will do, except just not as fast. That's all. You know, I found too, a lot of times if you're traveling, you know, with the bigger adventure bikes, you gotta have that ground clearance. Not really. You know, it's very, very rare that you need ground clearance. And actually, this bike, the XT225, has the same amount of ground clearance as my KTM did. And the seat height's like 4 inches lower. So, yeah. Explain that one to me. You know, the only time you need the ground clearance is if you're rock hopping or log hopping. That's about it. You know, even on the TW200, I went off some, you know, some fairly, not, I wouldn't call them substantial, but somewhat significant ledges. Good place to get a pinch flat. greasy up here. Oh, wheelie. Wheelie. Woof. Woof, woof, woof. Oh wow, check that out. And did just fine. Did just fine. I mean, I had to go slower, I had to take it easy, but did just fine. No problemo. Oh, there's my towing right there. Ah. What a nice little ride. I mean, check it out. Just going to Walmart. Just going to Walmart. This is Bolton Drive Northwest. Okay. This ought to be interesting. Never been on this. Wow. Ugh. Horsies, the lake over there. On a hot day, you can stop here, sip on your Kool-Aid. Okay, where am I going? Have a smoke, go pee. Oh. Hey, puppy! I think I might have taken a wrong turn, but I can always turn around. There's no traffic around here, and I don't care, because I'm on a small adventure bike. I'm on a small beginner adventure bike. Oh, I was supposed to continue going straight. Let's go back. We'll just go back. That's one thing I like about, you know, these little roads. I don't care if I take a wrong turn, because I can just turn around and go back. Wow, look how close that house is to the road. I wonder if anybody even lives there. I don't see a driveway, really. Is there a driveway? I don't see a driveway, but it looks like a decently... Looks like it's in good shape, at least. Where did I miss my turn now? I zigged when I should have zagged, I guess. So I was supposed to keep going straight. Oh, I fat fingered that one. That's what happened. I've done that before. You're doing routes, man. If you don't hit the road just right, you fat finger it, and it'll take you on that little detour. Oh, where are we going now? 3.1 miles. Okay. You know, speaking of small bikes, I'm gonna try and put in a couple clips of a guy named Carson Brown on a TW200 and another guy, I don't remember his channel, but just railing on an XT225, like dang. Especially Carson Brown, man, that dude gets air on a T-dub. I don't care what kind of suspension you put in a T-dub, it's still a T-dub, and he's getting some serious air. Ooh, it's a nice sweeper. Oh, here's 55. Okay, I'm going straight across. this is how you get to Walmart. The long way. 50th Street Northwest. What do we got here? No traffic? No traffic. Of course not. Middle of freaking nowhere. Bumpity 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 bump. See how it handles the washboard stuff. Oh, it's alright. What lake is this? Oh man, this is nice too. Look at this. Check it out. Little beach down there, sorta, kinda. Twisty turns. We'll get to Walmart. We'll get there. I'm having fun though. Having fun getting to Walmart. How many people can say that? Roundabout. Don't want to go too fast and make a tornado. Go to the Walmart. Go to the Walmart. Let's go back here. Walk over by the back racks. In the Sade. All the garbage, man. Dang. Okay, let's go get some coffee. All that for coffee. But it's good coffee. Okay, so I bought more stuff than I probably should have, but it's okay. Let me see what we got here. We got Cameron's Highlander Grog. We got Donut Shop. What is that? Coffee. Coconut and mocha. That'll fit in there, that'll fit in there. Got some Spam. Green eggs and ham Spam. And you know what I want to see? Well, that's going to be the same either way, isn't it? This expands. This is the giant loop thingy dingy. This expands, so let's see if we can't get more junk in here. Is that it? There we go. Look at that. Nice. There's my hat, gotta fit that in there, and I got some, I like my flavored coffee. Got some Donut Shop Snickers, that'll fit in there. And last but not least, I got some Columbus Craft Meats Peppered Salami. Alrighty, let's go home. On the XT. Oh, I gotta put my hat in there yet, don't I? Now we can go home. See how well this closes up. Oh, look at that. I got plenty of room left in there. Holy cow. Yep. Plenty. Strap stand on. Yep. Okay. That looks good. Alright. I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go home. But thanks for joining me anyways. Helmet's all clamped up. Yep. Bye.